Hey, Alexia,
Hey, Foster.
can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, please.
What are you reading right now?
I am reading A Imortalidade. I don't know the name in English.
Immortality?
No, but yeah, it might be like that in English. And it's awesome. It's from Milan Kundera.
Okay. And how do you feel when you are reading?
I feel great. I feel relaxed, with my mind cleared. Everything's fine.
Yes. So, reading is awesome. And the reason we are talking about this is because very soon I am going to turn 31 years old. I'm an old man. So, to help me not feel so old, we are doing a special promotion for all of our students, all of our listeners of Inglês no Cru Rádio. Everything that we have, all of our courses and challenges, we are opening with a 31% discount. And one of those challenges is the Inglês no Cru Book Club.
Sim. Então, para deixar bem claro, Foster está fazendo aniversário daqui a pouco e temos uma super promoção de 31% de desconto nos nossos challenges e cursos. E, claro, um deles é o nosso book club que a gente ama de paixão.
Exatamente.
E se eu fosse você, eu iria lá no site inglesnicru.com, veria tudo que está aberto e não deixava de aproveitar esses 31% de desconto incrível!
Yeah. And if you don't like books, we have preposition challenges, challenges about first impression, our conversation and pronunciation course, Sound School. And we will get on with the show after a quick word from our sponsors.
Vocês já sabem que a gente tem um parceiro maravilhoso que é o Cambly. E o Cambly continua dando uma aula de graça para você. E você que ainda não aproveitou, vá lá no cambly.com ou no aplicativo do Cambly. Vê lá os professores que estão online. Tem professores 24 horas todos os dias. E você pode escolher a região, o tipo de conversa que você quer ter. Tipo, se você quiser falar sobre business, se você quiser focar em conversação, se você quiser falar especificamente sobre alguma coisa. Então vai lá, cambly.com, o aplicativo do Cambly, coloca depois de criar o seu login, hein? Em minutos grátis, inglês no e cru podcast. E aproveite!
Hello, hello, hey, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Inglês no Cru Rádio. My name is Foster, and thank the good Lord I am here in person.
With Alexia. Hi!
Alexia, how are you doing?
I'm fine, I can touch you.
Yes, actually, we are socially distant right now. Not because we're contagious or infected, just because it makes the sound quality a little bit better.
Yes.
Cool. So, Alexia, let's dive straight in. I'm very excited about today's episode because this is our last episode in this little mini series where we are focusing on teachers. I think it's very important. Teachers are suffering right now. Teachers are always suffering, but especially right now. So we just wanted to show our love, appreciation, and respect for all of the educators in the world. And Alexia is going to do that by talking about your favorite teacher.
The two favorite teachers.
Oh, you have two, just like me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Who are they? Why do you love them?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the more or less happy one. The happy one is my how do you say that in English? Anthropologist.
You could say she is an anthropologist.
Yes.
Or my anthropology teacher.
Anthropology teacher.
You should know how to say that.
But I didn't know if it was the same as a brand. I got confused.
Yes. There's a clothing brand that's very popular in the US called Anthropology.
Yeah. So this teacher, so I was at SPM, my college, and we had all different kind of subjects to study, and one of those was anthropology.
Mm-hmm.
And anthropology, it wasn't like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna take anthropology and I'm dying to study that because I didn't know exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm. But
So,
nowadays you do.
yeah. So, this teacher.
Can I ask
What?
you?
Ah, não, Fausto, não começa. Deixa eu contar minha história.
When Alexia gets put on the spot about, like, hey, tell me this fact, she just goes blank and gets
I'm
really mad.
trying to concentrate so much to tell this story. Excuse me,
Yes.
Felipe, are you on my side?
Yes. Anthropology is the study of cultures, the study
Yes.
of groups of people.
And how they react and how they act when they are put together. So if you're raised in one culture, you're not gonna be able to understand a different culture
Mm-hmm.
because it's so close. Enfim. So I didn't know what it was. And this teacher, she was a young teacher. Like at the time, she would be like 32 years old, more or less, 35.
Yeah. Can I give you a quick recommendation? If you are trying to use this structure, which is a very complicated, advanced structure, you would say at the time she would have been around 35.
Okay.
It's a lot easier. You could just say this in the simple past. And you could say, back then or at the time, she was probably 35.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So she wasn't that older than us,
She wasn't that much older.
that much older than us, which helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And which was a good thing about that SPAM. All the teachers were very young and they could speak the same language as the students. So this helped a lot.
When you're talking about the same language, you're talking about.
They could understand the students and the generation and how to teach
Right.
them.
Huh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. All of my university teachers were like super old.
Wow. And so instead of her like getting to a new university, a new class, new students, and say, okay, let's sit down and take notes about what's that, she would make sure that we would go outside the college, outside campus, and really, really dig into like specific groups.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, she would make us go to Feira de São Cristóvão. For those who are from Rio, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like Nordeste inside Rio.
Yeah, I had to go there for my Portuguese class. I watched one of the World Cup games there.
Yeah, it's amazing. To be honest, I don't know if it exists. Maybe it does. I don't know. So we would have to go there and spend like a weekend there, going there and having lunch, talking to people, understanding their story because they're like old people and young people. Most of them are coming from Nordeste and they have their food and their culture, and it's totally different.
Mm-hmm. Can I give you 2 quick tips?
Uh-huh.
First, I really love code switching. So that's when we're mixing Portuguese and English. When we are talking together, not on the podcast, we do this all the time. But I know that you know how to say the Northeast.
Yeah. Because when I say like Nordeste, I don't think about directions, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult for me, but yeah, Northeast. Yeah.
Perfect.
Um,
And that was my first recommendation.
Oh
I
my
said I had
goodness.
2. Something we work on all the time. Own.
Eu pulei essa palavra. I didn't say it.
Own.
I was about to say it and I was like, nope.
Okay, so in English, we have the word on, like the book is on the table. And then we have the word own.
Own.
Okay, so just say O.
Oh.
Own.
Own.
Perfect. It's all in your mouth. There's no nasal. Own.
Own.
Excellent.
Okay.
Seriously, if you just make that one change, that will dramatically improve your English.
Okay. So my point is this teacher, she would make sure that every single thing that she would do in class was interactive.
Interactive.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She had assignments instead of exams. She had movies instead of like books or big articles for us to read,
Hmm.
and lots of talks and people coming to our class to talk about their stories. So I think that this changed a lot my point of view of how we can pass the subject to the students, such as we are doing this on Sound School with videos, audios, texts, and people having to send us audios as well and you correcting them. So every single thing is interactive.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times when I think about what we do, I think about it as like modern education. But it's really not modern, it's just interacting with students. And the idea of like a teacher in the front of the class is going to talk for an hour, and then the students are going to sit there and leave, and somehow they're going to be smarter. For some people, that works. Most people, it doesn't work.
Yeah. So my second favorite teacher, y'all know already that I'm not good with maths at all.
Yeah, I'm not good at
Math.
math.
But I can say maths, right? I
Yeah.
know that it's American British thing, but it's so easier for me to say maths.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
What I was correcting was good at.
At.
We are almost always good at things in English.
Okay. And during the high school time,
During high school,
I had a lot of trouble with that.
mm-hmm.
And I had to go to private teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was extremely pissed with me because she thought that it was like me just not wanting to study and not paying attention at class at all
In class.
in class. But it wasn't. I was going through a very, very hard time. And then, of course, this would be seen on my grades and the way that I act during school and etc. So my mom thought that it would be amazing for me to have those private classes Saturdays, 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Yes, as a punishment. Nowadays, I know it was like a punishment. Okay, if she doesn't want to do that, she will go to private class 8 a.m. Saturday because she will learn. And of course, I would go crying and go back crying because I didn't like the teacher. I didn't like any of that.
Why, sounds fun doing math at 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
And just to be clear, before me, it was another boy from my class. So he was there at 7 a.m.
So at least another kid was really suffering as well.
Yes. And then this teacher, she realized that my problem wasn't like lack of attention or that I didn't understand what was going on. It was more than that. And she was able to talk to my mom and especially like make her understand what my need was. And then instead of 8 a.m. would be like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Saturday because it was when I could go.
Mm-hmm.
And this teacher, she also saw that what I needed, it was more like someone to talk to me about my struggles than really teaching me maths or something like that because I could do it.
Right. Like more of a mentor rather
yeah.
than someone
Yeah.
teaching you to do mathematical equations.
Yeah. And by the end, I was so happy to go. I was like having my lunch Saturday and ready to go with my books and everything. And I was doing pretty well. So my point with this teacher is that she could see what was happening with me
Mm-hmm.
and she could talk to my parents and explain to them what was happening with me. And she saw the necessity of this student and not only, okay, I'm going to do my job and my job is just to like teach her equations, you
Yeah.
know? So this is amazing.
I think those are two beautiful examples.
Yeah.
So you have one example of really focusing more on methodology, making a subject interesting by making it more interactive and fun. And then another, a teacher is not someone that just, the idea of, okay, someone has information in their head and they're going to magically put it in your head. That's not how it works.
No. And I passed. I graduated. I didn't fail anything of that because I was able to understand what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So nowadays, I have her on Facebook. She's living in Luxembourg with her family.
Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Cool.
And she said, whenever you come here, let's grab a coffee.
Whenever you're casually passing through Luxembourg.
Wow. I would love to.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think those are both great examples, Alexia. Both of those examples really illustrate not only what makes a great teacher and how important teachers are for society, but also, I don't want to be mean, but when we receive so many emails and messages saying, I'm not good at English, I'm not good at languages, I've tried, I'm just not good at it. That's just like totally false. You know, it's probably you haven't had someone really care about you or someone deliver the information in a way that engages you.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope you guys liked this episodes about good teachers and what you should expect of a teacher and how you can help your teacher as well. And hopefully you already have an amazing teacher, which is Foster here. And we should be able to continuing helping you with English.
Yes. It's the end of the episode, so I'll let that one slip by. But yeah, if you have a favorite teacher and you want to tell us about them, or if you just want to send them a message, a lot of teachers are having a difficult time right now. I'm sure it would make them very, very happy to hear from their special students.
Yeah. So we love you, teachers and professors of the world.
Cool. We will talk to you guys in the next episode.
Bye! Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do Inglês de Necrorádio. É muito bom ter você juntinho assim de nós. Faz muito, muito carinho no nosso coração, digamos assim. Então você que está interessado em saber mais sobre os nossos produtos e saber mais sobre a gente, o que a gente oferece para vocês em relação a estudo, a challenge, a curso, vá lá no inglesdenecro.com e você pode ver mais sobre as worksheets, por exemplo.
Yeah. If you want to really improve your English, if you want to learn more about the ways you can do that and just connect with us on a deeper level, go to inglesdenecro.com. And as always, keep up the good fight.
And lose well.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.